What's up, y'all? Deontay with Deontay's Reviews. Like, tag, comment, share, subscribe. Back on the Dalton porch, I guess, with Stone Cold Steen, Ernestine, Austin, and Miss Amber. I don't know what I want to do with my life, Dalton. So Ernestine tells Amber the real problem with her and Anthony's relationship. Now let's get into this.
Why are you always laughing at me and these servers? Like doing stuff. No, it's because it's like bringing my condiments out before the food gets here. I don't want to wait 7 minutes for my ketchup and I ordered fries. Now my fries are sitting there getting cold.
Oh, you always complaining about something. That is for sure.
I'm glad you would take your ring up and getting clean. It looks nice.
No, that's really pretty. You did a good job.
Yeah. But let me tell you what your real problem is. Because this whole lunch, you sat and talked about Tamara, Wayne, and Anthony, and I get it.
Wait, Amber, you sat and talked about them your whole lunch with Ernestine? Really? I thought you was done with that on the porch. This girl, what's wrong with her? They consumed your time. Maybe you don't need to go to that birthday party. You don't. Maybe you don't.
Trust me, I'm not letting Anthony off the hook. Let me tell you what your real problem is.
And what's that?
You are you ready for the truth? Are you in the mood for the truth? Because you know I only do the truth. I don't do fluff. You ready for it?
Go ahead, Ernest.
I will say this before she opened up her mouth. Ernestine can be a lot of things, and she might not be able to see the forest from the day with her own life and her own problems. But when it comes to calling somebody else out, she be calling it down to the T. So I can imagine what she probably finna say.
Understand?
I still think you have feelings for Wayne.
Girl.
I think you're not over him all the way. A woman who was truly over him, you wouldn't be this invested.
You're so judgy sometimes, you know that?
No, I'm truthful.
That's not judging. See, I can't stand that with these characters in these skits. Every time somebody call them to the carpet, it's always judging. And I said that in my sermon on Sunday too. I think I did. Like that. Just because somebody called you to the carpet, that ain't nobody judging you. That's somebody holding you accountable and telling you the truth about yourself. That's somebody not allowing you to sit in your foolishness. Because they see where your slip is hanging. They want you to be better. You know what I'm saying? Girl, this ain't no... Shut up, Amber. Lord.
No, there's a difference.
No, you be judgy. It's like
You're judging on the truth.
Okay, but Ernestine, you taking what I'm saying and you taking it to a whole nother level.
No, I don't think so.
How are you getting, I still have feelings for, I'm talking about how I was treated versus how I've been treated in my marriage.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
When I think about the guy I dated in college, I don't really care what he's doing these days. I don't care about who he's dating. I don't care about who he's courting. I don't care if he bought her flowers.
Because it's not in your face, Ernestine. He doesn't do business with your husband.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. You got back with your husband. Your husband made Wayne the excuse why he was still sleeping with Shayla. Initially, it was why he was sleeping with Shayla in the first place. One of the problems of y'all marriage, y'all, because here's the problem. When you took Anthony back, you didn't put no boundaries in place. And that's not just boundaries regarding how Anthony is to act, but boundaries about outside people and outside influences. Y'all should have set boundaries. Listen, Wayne was a problem. Anthony, because he was a trigger, because he's my ex, we should cut ties and limit how much we are around Wayne. That was your problem. But you still doing business with Wayne, record label, record deal, artist, and Anthony still doing business even though he low-key can't stand Wayne. Like, it made no sense. It made no sense. You mean out of all the people in Atlanta, Wayne is the only person that y'all can do business with in real estate and the record label and all of the things? And yet y'all wondering why y'all trying to stay married and revamp and revive this marriage that y'all got. But y'all got a lot of the same toxicity around y'all all the time. Like, it don't make it make sense. Make it make sense. You can't.
You're thinking about all the things you didn't get from Wayne. You had this whole tenure with Wayne up until your wedding. If Wayne would have stood up at that, if Wayne would have stood up at that wedding, when the pastor said, "Is there anybody here who doesn't agree with this?" And if Wayne would have stood up and said, you would have been like, excuses.
Very true. I believe that. I believe it. You know, Amber, you was with that man up until the morning of the wedding. And you mean to tell me that's not true? Stop the cap. Stop it. Stop. Just stop it. And I think if I'm not mistaken, Wayne was about to stand up, but Mike was the one that told him to sit down. If I'm not mistaken, what are we talking about? Like, just stop. You might have been the perfect wife in terms of not actually physically cheating on your husband. But what about them secret feelings you probably have, though? What about them what ifs, coulda, shoulda, wouldas that you got in your heart?
Hey,
I love my husband.
I know you love him. I know you love him.
And I chose my husband.
I know you chose him. I know you chose him. But that doesn't mean you don't still have something in here for Wayne. Because there's no way that this whole Tamara situation is getting you all bent out of shape. Because he's courting her and he's taking her around and he's doing things. And you're probably thinking, man, that could have been me and Wayne. Wayne didn't do those things for me. Anthony did. You know what I'm saying? You're comparing and contrast. I'm just saying, I'm keeping it real. You still got something in there for Wayne. Little Wayne. I get it. He's charming.
You know what they say? Comparison is the killer of joy. So all of this joy you be trying to convince people that you have about your husband and his marriage, you comparing a marriage to toxicity. Even though your marriage is toxic in and of itself, but let's just, for the sake of saying, you comparing your marriage to a relationship that was really never really exclusive. You know, it was just for fun and games.
Whatever, Ernestine.
Hey, may not want to hear it, but it's the truth.
Whatever, Ernestine.
Oh, that's all you got for me is whatever?
Oh my God.
So that's all we're doing is whatever?
Yes, because you be judging and you be wrong, loud and wrong.
Oh, so tell me if I'm wrong. Please sit here on this steps and tell me that I'm wrong. You don't have any type of feeling for Wayne. No type of jealousy over Tamara. The things he's doing for her.
You are wrong.
She lying.
Okay. I'll be wrong.
Case closed.
Case closed. I'll be wrong.
You get on my nerves.
Let me get walk to my car to the back.
You always just be taking it the wrong way. I can't say you're not.
You take it the truthful way.
Amber lying. I don't care what Amber say. But what I will say is, it's not solely one thing over here, and it's not solely one thing over there. I think two things are true at the same time when it comes to Amber. She is jealous of Wayne treating Tamara nice and him acting different. But she also don't like the fact that, wait a minute, Tamara, you knew this woman slept with my husband, had a whole baby, and you chummy, and you best friends, and you in my face, in my house. So I think two things are true at the same time. It's a mixture of both. But right now, what Ernestine is dealing with is what's very obvious to her in this interaction that she was having. It's both things, I think. It's both things, but the other piece that she's having an issue with that's come to a head right now is the issue of Tamara being treated the way she is, but and thinking that it's all peaches and cream and peaches and herbs and all that other kind of stuff. But it ain't. Cause this birthday party finna test their little raggedy relationship that Wayne and Tamara got. But let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know what y'all think. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. I say two things can be true at the same time. But let me know what you think. Like, tag, comment, share, subscribe.